This is South Florida's CBS 4 News at 11.
You are looking live at Port Miami, home to one of the sites soccer great David Beckham and his team of investors are said to prefer is the home for a new stadium for their expected Major League Soccer franchise in Miami. It appears Beckham and Major League Soccer are on the brink of a major announcement. They have reserved the Night Concert Hall at the Adrian R. Center for a VIP gathering Tuesday night and the Perez Art Museum for a news conference on Wednesday morning. CBS 4's Gabby Fleischman live downtown as South Florida turns its attention from football to football. And from football back to football. It may have been a lackluster game, but the fireworks over Seattle's Space Needle were certainly remarkable as the Seahawks celebrate their first franchise Super Bowl win, a big win over Denver. And here now is a live look from Seattle as the celebrations stretch into the evening. Remember that Seattle is 3 hours behind South Florida, so these folks are just getting warmed up. CBS 4's Kembo Camper is here with the highlights from tonight's Super Bowl game. Kim. Now let's send it out to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where CBS 4's Marley Hall is speaking to fans after the Seahawks crushed the Broncos. And from New Jersey to South Florida, where lots of fans were out watching the big game at local watering holes. We take you now to Brickell, where all kinds of VIPs turned up at Brother Jimmy's Bar and Kitchen to get the party started. From NFL stars to models, even rapper Fat Joe was on hand to watch the game. This is one of Brother Jimmy's biggest celebrations of the year. They were ready with enough wings to feed 1,000 people. Also tonight, a bus carrying the FSU track and field team slid off an Arkansas highway this evening. The team, coaches, and support staff on their way to the airport to fly back to Tallahassee when the bus went off the road while taking a curve. No one was hurt. The team had just competed in this weekend's Razorback Invitational track and field meet at the University of Arkansas. Florida's new lieutenant governor will be sworn in tomorrow. Carlos Lopez Cantera, the former property appraiser of Miami-Dade County. He's set to take the oath of office at 5 o'clock in the House chamber, filling the position left open for the last 11 months by Jennifer Carroll, who resigned amid a potential conflict of interest scandal. Lopez Cantera of Coral Gables is believed to be Florida's first Hispanic lieutenant governor. To Little Havana now, and a man shot in the street in broad daylight today. It happened around noon near 7th Street and Northeast 19th Avenue. Details from the police department still slim. The victim rushed to Jackson Memorial Hospital. The gunman, at last report, still at large. No word from police on a motive. A late-night break-in in Hialeah becomes a home invasion robbery as a woman wakes up to an intruder holding a gun to her head. Police say the woman was tied up but not injured. The intruder ransacked her house before taking off on foot. It is not clear what, if anything, that he got away with. Now let's head up to Parkland, where an upscale gated community is abuzz over the murder of a woman whose husband is being questioned by Broward Sheriff's deputies. CBS 4's Maggie Newland has the story live from this far northwest corner of Broward County. Maggie? Convicted Ponzi schemer Scott Rothstein set to testify for a former law firm colleague, also charged in the more than $1 billion fraud tomorrow. Rothstein serving 50 years for the scam involving investments in phony legal settlements. He's agreed with prosecutors to testify in various legal matters in hopes of getting his sentence reduced, including the case of attorney Christina Kitterman, whose trial begins tomorrow in West Palm Beach. Prosecutors say she assisted Rothstein in the fraud by posing as a Florida bar official in phone conversations with investors. Still ahead on CBS 4 News this Sunday night. New Jersey hosted the big Super Bowl game, but could the governor, Chris Christie, have some big problems when he gets back into the office in Trenton tomorrow? We'll have the latest on the scandal over the George Washington Bridge. And live pictures from Seattle, Washington, where the Seahawks are celebrating, or their fans rather, we should say, are celebrating the Seahawks win over Denver in the Meadowlands. We'll go back to these live pictures when the news continues here on CBS 4. Garden State Governor Chris Christie on the offensive this weekend, hitting back at allegations he lied to the people of New Jersey about the George Washington Bridge traffic jam debacle. The story from CBS 4's Terrell Brown. Oscar-winning actor Philip Seymour Hoffman found dead of an apparent drug overdose at his Manhattan apartment Sunday morning. Police say there was a syringe sticking out of his arm and plastic baggies with drug residue, which are being tested for heroin. The 46-year-old was known as a character actor, perhaps best for the title role of the 2005 film Capote. NSA leaker Edward Snowden on the run in Russia is the subject of a new book coming out. The Snowden Files, the inside story of the world's most wanted man, tells the story of Snowden's life on the run from the long arm of the United States government. The book is authored by Luke Harding of The Guardian newspaper. It is set to hit bookstores on February 11th. As the news rolls on this Sunday night, fighting fat. No time for the gym, no problem. Have a berry. That's right, a berry. It could be a game changer for that perfect beach body. Here's a guy who's got a perfect beach body, our weatherman, John. 17 minutes after 11 o'clock this Sunday night, live pictures from Seattle where the party over the Seahawks win is apparently flaming out of control. This fire breaking out within the last 20 minutes near downtown Seattle, and the authorities are keeping an eye on it. They were expecting folks to be having a great old time, not burning things down, but already you can see the flames there. We'll check back on this situation in just a few minutes. As the news continues, want to lose some weight? Try a berry. CBS 4's Cynthia Demas with what may be the next big weight loss craze. It may be hard to tell here in South Florida, but winter could be another 6 weeks this season. At least that's what Punxsutawney Phil says. He saw his shadow on Groundhog Day in front of a crowd of thousands. The Groundhog's official website says Phil's forecasts have always been accurate. But real weather guys like John Giraldi say the little guy is only right about 80% of the time. By the way, John and I are wearing matching white pocket squares this evening because John told me that my shirt must be the same color as my pocket square. GQ John Giraldi.
I was just going to say that according to GQ. You're right on the money.
But according to Phil, you are on the money with the warm-up that's going on lately.
Yeah.
A new freeway to transit Alton Road on Miami Beach, which is a major pain due to road construction. It all starts tomorrow morning as the city offers free shuttle service. It'll be running from 5th to Lincoln, then back down West Avenue. The goal is to spur commerce at Alton Road businesses, which have been impacted by all this construction. The trolleys, contracted by the city using hotel tax funds, will run from 8 in the morning until midnight. Live pictures of downtown Fort Lauderdale looking out into the western suburbs. Actually, we're looking a little bit southwest now, down toward Hollywood, way out in the distance, Pembroke Pines. Late Sunday evening here on CBS 4. We invite you to wake up with our station tomorrow morning, and then when you're on your way to work in the car, check out our radio news partner. You can listen to Jimmy Cefalo and the crew from South Florida's First News on News Talk 610 and 100.3 WIOD, followed by The Rick Sanchez Show with news breaks at the top of every hour. If you see news happening, got a video clip you want to share with us here at CBS 4, email it to us. The address is pics@cbsmiami.com. I'm Brian Andrews. Follow me on Twitter @BrianAndrews. And again, we invite you to wake up with CBS 4 for the latest on the celebrations from all night long in Seattle, the Seahawks over Denver. Good night, everybody.